Too much sleep. Marketing Director of Kaizer Chiefs, Jessica Motaung, joins us now in studio. Jessica has been nominated for Woman of the Year at the 10th edition of the G Sport Awards, an annual event celebrating women in different sectors in the sports world, and this year being held in partnership with the Sports Ministry. The other two nominees are Orlando Pirates and FIFA Media Officer Thandi Merafe and Titans COO Patricia Kambarami. Very good morning and welcome. Congratulations on the nominations, Jessica.
Thank you so much. Obviously such an honour to be nominated with the ladies, and look forward to the event on the 14th.
Ayanda and I were talking about this off air. You haven't had much sleep, probably about 3 or 4 hours after that goal feast last night at the F&B Stadium, and you're still looking absolutely fabulous.
Well, it's all this euphoria. I mean, unbelievable night yesterday, and just well done to the guys. And if this is where the league is going, I'm very excited.
Okay, so tell us about what, I mean, the team has undergone a lot of changes. We've got brand new coach and there's lots been happening during the transfer window. We've spoken a lot about it, but I want to know about Mandla Masango, because at the beginning of the week it looked as if it was a closed deal, and now yesterday they said that it's actually not so far from being such a closed deal.
No, and I think we raised that last week when we made the announcement with Itu. We said, look, with Mandla there's a lot of discussions taking place, and once the announcements need to be made, we'll make those announcements.
Okay, so there are still announcements coming before we kick off the PSL season.
Look, the transfer window closes at the end of August. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Could there be some more people on the radar?
You never know.
You never know. Okay, so you're going to leave it there for us. You're going to keep us in suspense. Tell us a little bit about this nomination for the G Sport Awards.
Well, I was quite honoured. You know, when Kaz called me, I was quite surprised. But certainly, thank you so much for the recognition. You know, you do your work, and you never know who's watching. You know, it's lovely to do what you're passionate about and give back. And it's been lovely working in sport and working in football. I've enjoyed it quite a bit, and to be able to be recognised for it is quite an honour.
Just how difficult is it, though, to be the marketing director, or how easy is it to be the marketing director of this globally recognized brand that is Kaizer Chiefs?
Well, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful brand to work with, but certainly has many challenges. But it's fun. You know, it's a strong brand, a brand that I think appeals to a lot of South Africans and people outside in the continent and in the world. And I have a great team. You know, it's not just me. I think working with good people and great leadership. You know, our chairman is a great leader, and obviously a great team on the field. You know, it's easy to market when you're a winning brand.
It certainly is, and I'm sure you guys are hoping to keep it that way this coming season, and that's part of the reason why you've gotten some of the signings that you have. Let's speak a little bit about what everybody chats about during Women's Month, and that is how far women have come in different sectors, because many people still see sport as a male-dominated area. However, I think in South Africa, we really have done quite a bit off of the field of play when it comes to promoting and elevating women in South African sports.
No, very exciting. I mean, people like yourselves who are playing a role on the media side, and you're finding a lot of women playing a role in the marketing, in the branding, but also I think a lot of people don't understand the women who are contributing as coaches. I mean, on the ground, in places, in positions such as physios and other key areas. It's been wonderful to see the growth of the administration also, women playing a key role there. But I think there's still a lot of room to be made there. A lot of growth for women within the SAFA structures. I'd like to see more women moving up. I'd like to see more women in the PSL participating a lot more, though. But I think South Africa generally has been very progressive in empowering women through sports. And even if you look at our politics, women play a very, very key role.
And what would you say needs to be done? Do you think that there's enough of an appetite to see those women being more active in the football structures? I
think so. I think some of the women who've played a role have changed the perception of what women can do. And I think it's time for women to put their hands up and say, I can do more, you know, and take the challenge and look at the different areas where they can participate, certainly.
And you do think that they'll be recognised when they do that?
Well, I don't think worry about the recognition. You know, I think when you work well and your work speaks for itself, people will certainly see the value that you bring.
How will you be celebrating this Women's Month?
For the first time, I won't be working. I will be home with my kids. I've worked for the last, I think, 10 years on Women's Day. So I'm glad on Women's Day that I'll be home. And obviously, I think it'll be working with other women and empowering them. You know, I've been engaging a lot with my staff as well around how we as women in the organization can improve ourselves. So hopefully giving back. I have some work that I'll be doing and giving away some things to young women and empowering them.
Lovely stuff. And if you have to give some young women advice, what would it be?
Be true to yourself. You know, I think a lot of the times we don't express who we truly are because we want the world to accept us, and we conform and maybe do not truly express ourselves. So be true to yourself and enjoy what you do.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much. Jessica Motaung, she is the Kaizer Chiefs marketing director. She came in here glowing. I mean, I think she's always glowing, however, but that's partly to do with the MTN 8 quarterfinal victory, 5-3 over Maritzburg United last night at the F&B Stadium. Now, we chatted about the G Sport Awards. Voting for the 11 different categories closes tomorrow with a ceremony to be held on